Welcome to the podcast, Let the Prophet Speak. Today we continue our study of Sefer Mishlei, the book of Proverbs. We are about to begin chapter 4. A lot of chapter 4 is repetitive to a large degree of what we had in the previous chapters, but not for no reason. It's repetitive because the temptation to ignore the advice of our elders, the advice of those that are teaching us, and assume that we know better, and assume that I want to follow the path that is enticing me, the path that I think will lead me to success or wealth or greatness or whatever it is that I am aspiring for, is very intense. The enticement to follow that path. So he again exhorts his student to listen to Chachma, to listen to wisdom, to follow the path of truth, the path of righteousness, the path of the Torah, right? Because the temptations to go away are so intense that the dangers of following the wrong path are significant and the rewards of following the right path are so beautiful. So some of these rewards and dangers are going to be familiar to us from previous passages, but now he is going to just reiterate them, but reiterate them with a little bit of a twist, because here he is going to introduce himself, his own experience. Until now, the teacher didn't say that I followed this path, that I followed the path of wisdom and I achieved something great. So he's adding something new. While he makes many of the same points, he's also adding something new. He's adding the personal. And this is what a good teacher does. A good teacher teaches, advises, explains why it's important to follow this path, why it's important not to go down the other paths, and then use himself or herself as an example to show that, you see, if you do, it's worthwhile. I'm not asking you to do something I didn't do myself. Shimu vonim musar av. Listen, children, to the musar, to the discipline of your father. V'hakshivu l'das bina. Now, father is understood by some commentaries, most notably Rashi, as being referring to God, which certainly one can understand and interpret it this way. But there's clearly a meaning behind it of follow the instructions of your father. Not necessarily does that mean that you have to do everything exactly the same as your father did, that there's no room for improvement, there's no room for growth. Of course not. But this means that, don't just dismiss it. Don't dismiss the knowledge that preceded you, all of the knowledge that the previous generations gave that are giving to you. Use that experience. Don't waste that experience and throw it in the garbage and have to relearn it all over again. V'hakshivu, and listen l'das bina, so in order that you should know understanding. So if you listen to his discipline, then you will understand much more about knowledge. You will get it. You'll have a head start on understanding the world around you. Ki lekach tov nasati lachem, because I am giving you a good lekach. Lekach is something that one achieves, something that one gets, a gift that one gets. I'm giving you something good. Torasi al tazovu. Do not abandon my teachings. Do not ignore what I'm here to teach you. Because I myself, and here the teacher is speaking, I was a son to my father. I was a beloved only child or only son, or at least my mother looked at me as if I was unique and special, right? Vayoreni, and he taught me, Vayomerli, and he told me, Yitmoch dvorai libecha, may my words be a tomech, Yitmach devorai, you should hold on to my words in your heart. Shemor mitzvosai v'chyei, guard and keep my commandments, what I'm teaching you, v'chyei, and it will bring you life. Kinei chachma, acquire wisdom. Kinei vina, acquire understanding. This was the advice that my father gave me. Al tishkach ve'al teit me'imrei fi. Do not forget, do not turn away from the words that I am teaching you. Al ta'azveha, do not abandon it. V'tishmereka, and it will guard you. And she, this is in feminine tone, language, and she will guard you. Ehaveha, love her. V'titzreka, and she will protect you. I apologize for not silencing my phone. Salseleha utromemeka. The salseleha here would mean embrace her. And she will uplift you. Others translate salseleha is, and not so much embrace her, but praise her. Exactly how to translate that word is a little tough, but as usually salsaleha would mean to I'm trying to think of the right word. L'salsel besar, to when one twirls one's hair, one involves himself with her. So embrace her, hold her, caress her. Uturomemeka, and she caresses. That's a pretty good translation. I like that one. And she will uplift you. Tichabedcha, she will bring you honor. Ki tichabkena, when you embrace her, when you hold her, when you hug her. Titein leroshcha liv yaschein, the image of hugging a woman, take care of her, and then she will bring you greatness. She will bring you something special if you take care of you embrace her and caress her. Titein leroshcha liv yaschein, she will be a graceful wreath around your head. A teres tiferes timagnecha, she will be like she will crown you with a glorious. Tiferes is usually translated as glory. A crown of glory she will place upon you. Shema beni, listen, my son. V'kach emaroi, take my words. V'yirbu l'cha shnos chayim. This is a reminder. It reminds us of what we learned in the last chapter. If you take my path, then you will have many years of life. It will extend your life. If you run after evil, if you run after profit, if you run after pleasure, and you get into the wrong worlds, you won't have a long life. Living, if you live a life of violence, a life of taking things away from people, you engender hatred among people. You have the opposite of chen, the opposite of this crown of grace. People don't like you. Eventually, it will lead to your death. Right? We know if you keep living a life like that, eventually you will either die of illness or die of jealousy or die of violence. But if you choose this path of peace, the path of peace, the path of chachma, the path of wisdom, then you will have yirbu l'cha shnos chayim, you'll have many more years of life. B'derech chachma horeisicha, I have taught you, or I am teaching you the path of wisdom. Hidrachticha b'magale yosher, I am leading you in the footsteps of yosher, of propriety, of literally of straightness, of living, walking straight on a straight path. But lechtecha lo yetzar tza'adecha, you will, as you go, you will not have painful steps. You will not have broken steps. You will have straight, confident steps as you walk forward into life. You will know where you're going. You will know why you're going there. Vim tarutz lo tikashel, and when you have to run, you're not going to trip. You're not going to trip over rocks and tree roots. You're going to run straight and strong. Hachazek b'musar al teref, hold fast, hold steady, hold tight. Hachazek, hold strongly. B'musar, to discipline, to instruction. Al teref, do not let it go. Do not release your hold on it. Nitzreha, guard it, ki chayecha, this is your life. In other words, when you suffer through life, when things happen, learn the lessons. Learn what you did wrong. Learn what the mistakes were. Learn what you missed. Learn why you went down that path so that you can continue on a more straight path. Be orach rishoim al tavo, but do not go on the path of the wicked people. Be al asher, and do not try to profit and become happy b'derech ra'im, by going down the path of evil people. This is the language of asher, which we had before. I'm trying to remember what verse that was in the last chapter. Asher is a language of happiness, a language of fortune. Don't take that fortune and be happy with the evil path, right? Don't think that that's going to bring you that pathiness. Why? Pira'ehu, turn away from it, avoid it, stay away from it, tear it away from you. Al ta'avor bar, do not even pass by that path. Sedei me'alav, turn away from that path. Va'avor, get away from it, pass it up. Why? Ki lo yoshnu im lo yareu, they will not sleep, right? Only if they don't do more evil and more evil. Remember, in the last chapter, we learned how when one follows the path of wisdom, of honesty, of kindness, of righteousness, one can sleep at night knowing that he or she lived right, has done the proper thing, right? But these people, if you go down that path, you'll never be able to sleep. All you're going to want is more and more. V'nigziloshin asam imlo yachshilu. Unless they don't hurt someone, they're not going to be able to sleep. The only thing that gives them pleasure is more pleasure. They're constantly going to be taking advantage of more and more people in order to have that pleasure. Ki lochamu lechem resha, because their bread is the bread of resha, of wickedness. That's what they eat. V'yein chamosim yishtu, and the wine that they drink is the wine of chamas, of violence. A Hamas is particularly someone who takes advantage of others by force, uses his position to take advantage of others, right? Like we've said many times, the orach tzadikim k'arnoga, but the path of the tzaddik, the path of the righteous people, is like a shining light. Holech va'or ad nachon hayom, that it gets stronger and stronger and brighter until the middle of the day. But derech rishoim ka'afela, but the path of rishoim, of the wicked, is dark. It is all dark. Lo yadu b'mei kashelu. It is so dark they don't know exactly where they're going to take a turn and trip up and get lost. If you follow the path of wickedness, you know that at some point you're going to get caught. At some point, it's going to catch up to you. At some point, a person that you had wronged in the past is going to wrong you. But if you follow the path of righteousness, right, then you will have light. You won't have to worry about tripping over something in the dark because you will see clearly. This is where I'm going to end today's podcast. We will finish together the second half of chapter 4 in the next podcast. Thank you so much for studying together with me. Looking forward to studying the rest of this chapter in the book of Proverbs. Wishing everyone a wonderful, wonderful day.